let you do your thing.
Uh-huh. We're not going to ignore my question, though.
Okay, what's the question?
How are you? Oh, my goodness. I want to know.
I answered that first.
You said what?
I told you I was good.
No. I'm not just going to, like, accept that as the answer. I'm going to need some details. How was your week last week? How was your weekend?
You know, on the weekend, the big event was I did the video with Black Magic 363 on YouTube, and was able to answer a lot of questions and put a lot of information out on there. I think the hardest thing for people at this point to understand is creation is fluid. It's happening in real time. Tomorrow not here yet. In order for tomorrow to get here, we got to manifest tomorrow.
Exactly.
It's the collective manifestation. That's why we all know we're going to wake up tomorrow, because we creating that shit in real time. Right? And some of the creators can see it in wave form, so they see a flat earth. And some of the creators see it in particle form, so they see a round earth. They don't make now one of them right or wrong, it just make them have a different view.
Okay.
They had a different level of creativity in their psyche. Right? So it's like you can't expect a high school or junior high school basketball player to compete with LeBron James right now. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Right? But if you give him the time and you help him to develop, he'll be able to play in the league with the best of the best. Right? So the creator's learning how to create. You have to see it in every phase.
Right.
Right? So at your level, you might not be able to see over the infinite plane of the mind, because that's where the infinite plane is. In order to see past the infinite plane, you have to see through the slits. Right? And when you see through the slits, you see in the particle, and the particle is solidified creation. This is when we have a round earth, because we're dealing with particles now. We're no longer dealing with waves. And then you got some that can see it in the middle. It's a wavicle. Right? So if, like they say, if we on an infinite plane, what's holding it up?
Right.
Right? But the only way it can be infinite if it's the product of the mind. The mind don't have a limit. So you can't put a limit on what the mind can perceive. Right? But soon as somebody put a limit on it, that's an agreed upon manifestation of that part of creation.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Like the concept of heaven.
Yeah, that's earth is heaven when we get the imposters out.
The imposters.
It has to happen that way though. Right? Because we got to be able to see the deceiver when the deceiver coming, and then we got to be able to show you how they was giving out the deception. And then once you can see it, it doesn't work for them no more. They can't trick nobody no more. They game exposed now.
That's how they are right now. Like you were saying earlier about the finances and stuff and everything crashing. Yeah, people figured it out. So once it got figured out, there's no use for it anymore.
Right. So once it runs its course is over.
Right.
Yeah. So before the invasion, women didn't have to wear no clothes if they didn't want to. They wasn't getting raped. For what they call today primitive cultures. The women don't have to wear no clothes. They ain't getting raped unless it's somebody from outside of their community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the difference. That's what we're trying to get back to the beginning, back to the haven called Earth instead of the hell called Earth.
Mm. It's like, okay, when you say it like that, that kind of reminds me of what they call it, the 3D, 5D split. I just say the dimensions merging at the same time. It's them separating themselves. So it's like you have the hell version of heaven and the heaven version of heaven. Would you say that all correlates?
So what happens is this: the 3D world, we want it to be here so we can experience finding our balance. The part we didn't want in the 3D world was the upsetting of the balance by the imposters. They came in and threw a monkey wrench in the good working program.
Right.
Because with that, they enslaved everybody. Right? Now, we at the part where they got to find somewhere to be because they can't stay here. And we go back to as it was in the beginning. And it's the close of the age, so shall it be in the end. So in order to close out the age, you got to take it back to the beginning, back to its purest nature.
Mm. Mm. That makes a lot of sense. I guess that's like one of the reasons why, like, the way that things are working now with the mix of generations, I'm seeing it's really a mix of things. It'll be like generation X and Y, they're onto certain things because they understand, oh, flip flop. This is what we did in the Matrix. This is how we're doing it when we're more spiritual and in tune. Versus it's like generation Z, and then I'm seeing like the babies and stuff, generation Alpha. It's more like this
I'm
is
glad you
just the
brought
way
up.
that this goes.
I'm glad you brought up Generation Z, right?
Hey.
Because Generation Z, when you go through the alphabet, what's the last letter?
Z. According to this alphabet.
Look, in the Greek
Yeah.
alphabet, it's Omicron.
Ooh,
Omicron
okay.
is the small o for the omega. Omega. Remember, from alpha to omega. That means from beginning to end.
Okay. Yep.
From A to O. But in English, it's not A to O, it's A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
And now we on Generation Z. Well, what would make them call this Generation Z?
It's the last one. That's it.
The
Well,
gig is
it's
up.
okay. It's yeah, like it's wrapping up their series of generations that they had. Then the fact that they made the next one Alpha, then the one after Alpha is gonna be Omega. I don't think they have a name for the one that's supposed to be after that, but it is what it is. I'm Gen Z. My son's Generation Alpha. His child, well, depending on how things go, because whatever. But the next kids, they will be Generation Omega.
Because
That's
now
it.
they're going backwards. They're going backwards with the alphabet. They done exhausted the English alphabet. Now they have to go backwards to the Greek. Because the English alphabet is derived from the Greek alphabet. Right? So when we say alphabet, we saying alpha, beta. That's two Greek letters.
Right.
Right? So it's called the alpha beta system. The alpha beta system is from alpha to omega in Greek, but it's from A to Z in English, right? So that the way that they deceive us is with vowels, the interchange in the vowels in translation, and that's how they can use a term like more as a all-inclusive term for varying different groups of people. And we have to identify the ones that's us, the good more. it was. And that's the fear of the old system. But it got to go down. The old system has to fall for the new system to rise.
Right.
Mm-hmm. They said they fucking with the live. Doesn't surprise
Oh
me.
yeah, it was cracking up. It was. I heard that last good sentence 100% clearly. Before that, it was choppy.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you drop down, Ellie. I'm gonna take another caller before I go.
All right then. Peace and
Thank you
unity
for
to
coming
you.
on.
I love you.
I love
For
you too.
sure.
Thank you for coming on. Okay, I'm gonna take. I gotta go. Take one of the brothers in here. See if they let him in. Apparently, they only letting certain people come in on the live because I done accepted several people and haven't put them in. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Unity. How you doing,
Unity,
brother?
what's going on with you? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Oh, discernment. Call me Dub, but I'm up here in Tacoma, Washington.
For sure. Far West.
Yeah. But you hit home on something earlier. You made me think, and when the other guy was on talking to you, and he said connect with your tribe, and I had never thought about that as far as the area I was born in, and so I just remember the name Cahokia was always was it always was a name or that stood out to me as a youngster, and and so I'm like, what can you tell me on that? Because I'm like, I know you that you.
That word is properly pronounced Hayoka. The Hayoka is the priest. For that to be tapping on your door, that would mean that you come from the priest line.
Are you breaking up there? They don't want me to hear this, Rob.
Did you hear any of what I said?
They ain't want me to hear none of that, Rob. I already know how they do. It was like I knew that before you even pulled me up, because it was a surprise that you pulled me up, and I was like, oh, okay, see, that's just Big Mama talking, because my cat came to the door, and then next thing I know I was on with you, and I was like, hey, Big Mama, because I was like, I need to get out there and get some sunlight, So
Yeah,
I already know.
I was telling you that word is properly pronounced as Hayoka. And the Hayoka is our way. Those were our high priests. They didn't live in the village with the rest of the people. They lived out. They called him the medicine man. And because he gets so much energy reads, he can't stay in close proximity to a lot of people. Am I describing you?
Hey, you hitting home, cause so I had this and it come to me in a dream, and I ended up making it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, copper ankh.
So you really touching me right now.
Yeah, your energy. I can see your energy causing your electronics to malfunction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you walk barefoot on the dirt?
Yes. Hey, that's one of my things. So my OG, my mom, she ascended on November 1st, right? So I went back to Wisconsin, where everybody is, and they're like, you just gonna walk around here like that with with the slides on, and cause I like to wear slides so I can, if I see some grass, some dirt, some rocks or something, you know, I could ground for a little bit. I'm gonna do it. So you walk around like that all the time, and it's like it's about to snow, and I'm like, well, whatever Big Mama going through, I have to go through too. So hey, it is what it is, you know.
Hey, so then that also activates stuff in your DNA, So yeah, so it's a natural. You a natural. So study all of the spirit information you can get your hands on, especially Vadum.
And say the pronunciation again for me. Uh, uh, Hokia.
Say hi. And use what you call muse to shift parts of the personality to the source in which you want to ship to. The person that you delivering the message to, this is the psychic spy program. The person you need the message get to will trigger the hypnotized person to deliver the message and never remember delivering the message. The other person to be hypnotized to receive the message, but they never know they received the message. All right. Now, the deductive reasoning part, when you in hypnosis, right? Let's go to Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, right? When they try to use deception on him, he stopped. And he noticed that there's something wrong, but he don't know what it is. All right. So in the Sako Mao monkey mind, if you can train your monkey mind, when it's seeing an anomaly, you will perform what's called a backflip. You'll keep seeing the same thing come up over and over again because you in a perpetual monkey flip backwards. The purpose of a backflip is to keep you from being confused, right? Or walking into a hostile situation. Monkey sees snake, monkey don't move. Right? But the monkey got to warn the elephants that the snake is in the grass. Right? So what do the monkey do? Create a compelling spectacle for their laws of power.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. This shit is heavy. This ain't shit might be over some niggas here. I'm with you though.
Right. So the monkey started doing flips because that's why the monkey came in on the elephant back. Elephant is the symbol of the matriarch. The matriarch symbol is the elephant, but the baby that they can't control is the symbol of a monkey. Comparative analysis by deductive reasoning. Right? So when you know that the monkey came in on the elephant back, go to Google and put monkey on that. Monkey came in on the elephant. Monkey on elephant. They're going to show you this is an ancient symbol that we've been using in the culture to find out who the area is and who's responsible for closing.
Oh yeah, this shit is fire, right? I remember, this shit coming to me. This was in Lion King too.
Yeah, you see that picture? Oh, you just went from it.
The monkey sitting he looking right here.
That's another one I like. That right there. Yeah, that I like that.
I'm gonna save it right
here. Might have you send that one to me.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna save it in your folder real quick. I can send it to you. Man, this is crazy, man. You be dropping all kind of shit every time. Come on, bro. Hold up.
Okay, now this is the game of the mastermind. Right? It's a board game. Because you got to be bored to play it.
That's right. Go ahead.
Right? Now, the monkey that came in on the elephant back as a baby grew up to be a gorilla when they thought he was only a chimpanzee. Right? Everybody else had him pegged wrong.
That's right. Go ahead.
Right? So the gorilla key is the fuck it key. Because I don't give a fuck about what them other motherfuckers think. I know what I see.
Right.
Okay, so now the mastermind works off of another game called Clue. Pull that one up.
All right, Clue. We got that one. Okay. Clue. Oh shit. So hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We dropping the brother Rod Hayes Cash App in the link if you want to show him some love, brother. He don't do it for the money, but this is what he do for us, family. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. All right, go ahead, Rod. My bad.
Okay, so the clue is just the classic whodunit story.
Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
Now, I'm gonna see this. You see, it starts out with a capital C.
Uh-huh.
Background is what color?
Blue.
That's
Blue
Big Crip.
Yeah.
L, right? L
Yeah.
flips to a 7. Right? What piece on the chessboard make the L? It's called a knight.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Which flips the C on its side. Why is the C on its side?
Because it's U.
Becomes a U. This pi root.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right? So E is the M on its side.